everyone. So this is a bit of a weird video. Oh, my hair's doing a thing. So I just finished recording with Leanne, which is we're recording the Past Within that will come out probably before this video comes out. But I wanted to, whilst I was in the recording zone, I wanted to record just the talking a bit for this travel video. So I realised that I never released the video, kind of. I've never released the stuff for Copenhagen. So I went to Copenhagen. What date did I even go? Your girl is great at timing. I went to Copenhagen, obviously last year, and it was cold as all hell. So it is most likely a winter one. We went to Copenhagen the 24th of February 2023. So I went this time last year, literally last year. So it's been like a year and I didn't post anything about it. So I thought I would do a 2-for-1 in this video because, of course, I have just got back from Milan. Not just got back from Milan. I got back from Milan a couple of weeks ago. And so if you are aware of my travels, then you know that I did go to Copenhagen. And I did have stuff for it, but I never put a video together because I'm lazy and I get tired easy. I have chronic sleeping troubles. Here's an empty chair. So I thought I'd do a 2-for-1. So I always, when I travel, I always take like really short little snippets and clips, and I like to take a lot of like B-roll, like getting on the metro or something like that. I like to just piece things together and take lots of photos and stuff because I don't like to vlog so much. Because I would rather sit here and reminisce than vlog in the moment. But if you'd like to see more sort of vlog style, let me know. I can do it. It can be arranged. I do have my wee little camera that this was a Valentine's gift from like probably about 9 years ago. It's my tiny little weeny little camera. And I love her because she's got a little... Look, there's you. But the quality is not fan-dabby-dibby-dozy, because it is an old camera. It is full HD, 1080p, but yeah, it's very old. But I love her and I won't give it to her. But I do have my phone, so I can vlog on her, I guess. I don't know. Let me know if you want vlog style, is what I'm trying to say. I'm rambling to all hell. I've already been recording for like 4 minutes and I've said nothing but absolute crap. What's new? Okay, so I'm going to talk just through the didgeridoo right now. When we are travelling in term time and I can't get, just to put out there, I work in a school, my day job in a school. So when it's term time, I can't just be like, not coming in. So I do have like days that I can take, but I only get one. So I only get one. It's called a well-being day. I'm not sure how well-being it is sometimes, but it's I get one, and often I use that if I have like things like weddings, and appointments or something like that. That it's a harder time to miss. I don't tend to use them for like casual activities. So I couldn't take, for Milan or Copenhagen, I couldn't take a well-being day. So I had to fly out in the evening. So for Copenhagen, we flew out in the evening and we arrived about sort of 10, 11 at night. So luckily the group that we were with was still out. So I took some photos when I like to take photos when we first get into the city, because obviously when you get off at the airport, you then normally like have like the train journey. So I tend to not concentrate on that and go for like, oh, the first city view, take the photo. So I took this photo of the city view. I adore this photo. It's probably like one of the best pictures I've ever taken in my life. I'm so proud of it. So yeah, we landed at night. We did a little night walk to meet friends and stuff like that. So when we got to the accommodation, because everyone was so tired, they had flown out. They had got up at like 3 in the morning. So I'm sick, by the way. Don't know if you can hear that. so they had flown out like 3 in the morning, so we flew out later, and everyone was so dead and so tired that we literally just like, once we got back, everyone just went to bed. So I didn't really get a good look at like the accommodation when we were there, and I didn't take a video of it, which I'm sad I didn't actually. I'm sad I didn't even do that in Paris, but I did for Milan, so you do get to see the funky apartment we stayed in Milan. So the apartment for Copenhagen was really nice, and from what I did take, I took like a photograph of the room I stayed in, and all on the walls was like anime and Studio Ghibli like themed stuff in like every wall bedroom in the apartment. It was so cool, and I really liked it, and I thought it was like the coolest thing ever. So there's my sad ass being like, oh my god, look at all this stuff. But of course, we didn't stay there very long. So that was day 1. I kind of woke up on day 2, took the photos. Day 2, we went to the zoo, and it was so cold that it snowed when we went to the zoo. Only a little bit, but it snowed when we went to the zoo. It was so cold I bought mittens. Like, I literally like bought a hat and gloves because I was so cold. It was so cold. The whole time we were there, it was so cold. But we saw like the polar bears. We went all around this zoo and had a really nice time. We had really nice hot coffee. I have mittens. It was lovely. I took a bunch of photos and stuff. So that evening, we went to a place called War Pigs, and I took basically no photos here, like an absolute moron. But it was wicked. It was like this kind of Viking-y theme. It was really cool. There was this like meal set you could get, and you had like this tray, this like metal segmented tray, kind of prisony, and you could like choose the things. So you could only choose like 2 sides, but you would get all of the meat selection or whatever it was. And so I got that because I was like, why not? It's like a meal set. I'm just going to get the meal set. So I got that, and kind of prisony. Yep, we sat outside. Very cold. But tasty food. Really, really good. Even though kind of prisony. Really nice. And after that, we went out for cocktails, and we ended up staying in this... I'm really uncomfortable. Can you tell? I'm so uncomfortable. We ended up staying out till like 4 in the morning, like something ridiculous. We went partying for the evening. And so that was the second day. Day 3, we went to all the postcard locations. So we kind of went to the big old main thing. You see it in all the postcards. I took some photos of it. I'll show you. But we went to the main sort of like the river street thing, and we went on the boat tour. And again, it was so cold on the boat tour, but I did take a bunch of footage on the boat tour. I saw a lot of cool things. It was a very nice experience. I would do it again, provided it was probably warmer. But it was so cold when we got off. It was warmer to have my feet out of my trainers and in the sunlight, like direct sunlight, like I had my feet like into the sun, than it was to have my feet in my shoes. For some reason, my feet were warmer out of my shoes. Basically, all my notes just say very cold. We explored more of the city, so we walked to like different like landmarks and did some like proper walking around. Because it's the last day, we had our bags with us, so we had all of like heavy shit just walking around with it on. And it was a nice day because it was quite so slow. So we walked like through the streets. We walked through like a little bit of the shopping stuff. Like of course we don't go shopping. I can't carry it home because we only go with like literally our carry-ons. And we went round walking. We saw lots of like different statues. We saw the one I think it's Gabriel, this statue that we saw, like one of the last ones we saw. But we also walked down to the Little Mermaid, which I took some footage of, which you'll see now. But by the end of like this trip, we were very tired, and I think because it was so cold, it really made the trip hard to finish, like, because it was so cold and we were all just wanting to go and sit in coffee shops and be warm. But that was Copenhagen. I'll show you, all of the stuff, so you'll see all the photos and whatever. So, Milan, once again, I had flown out the evening. So I literally left my day. So I walked into my day job with nothing but my phone, my headphones, and like my purse, my keys, stuff. All my shit was just in the car. And then I leave work and we go straight to the airport. So I didn't have lunch, nothing. I went straight to the airport. We ate there. So we caught our plane at like 7, I want to say. Something like that, 7. So we landed in Milan quite late because they are 3 hours in front of us, I think. So we landed at like 11 o'clock. So they all flew out 2, 3, 4 in the morning. We flew out in the evening. And of course we went, okay, so we got off the train. I took my first view of the city picture. And then we were like, well, let's go find the accommodation. We don't want to wake people to have to let us in. Okay, and they were sending us over how to get in. So when we was walking, we like walked past this fort, and I can't remember for the life of me what this fort is called, so I'm going to look it up and I'll put it on the screen. We walked past the fort, and it was all like lit up, and it was beautiful. I took like so many photos, and we went on a like pretty little like photo shooty thing. Like, oh, this is so cool. Probably seen it on my Instagram. Follow my Instagram, by the way. It's in the description. Yes, we had this whole like thing with the fort, and we were like, oh, let's do a cheeky night walk. Let's go and walk through the fort. Completely locked up. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, I nearly blew my headphones off my head. But yeah, so the fort was completely locked up. We didn't actually get to walk through it, which is a shame because I thought it would have been really, really cool at night. So we get back to our accommodation because we're idiots. We get back to our accommodation at like midnight, nearly 1 in the morning. And I was like, okay, we have to wake someone to let us in. We couldn't work out again. We're stupid. Turns out that the doors were like completely locked down anyway. So we would have never worked that out unless we would have like, through a window or something. So we got in, we went to bed. That was it. That was the day done. The second day we went to Lake Como. So we had a big ass like hour and a half train ride out. And like, you leave city centre and you're like going and going and going, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, mountains everywhere, and you're like, oh, okay, just like that, the landscape's just going to change like that. And I believe it's the Alps again. I'll look it up because I'm dumb, so I'll look it up, put it on the screen to confirm. But we see the mountains, and as soon as you get off the train, you're just like, oh, the train station's in the mountain. Okay, this is where we are. And we walked literally all the way around. There's like 3 little towns. Can't remember what they're called. I'll look it up. But there's like 3 little towns on the lake. And the first one, we walked like all the way around the first one. Then we took the boat over to the second one. So we walked around the first one, took the boat over to the second one, I believe. Or did we have lunch before we had that? Either way, we then had a lunch in one of the places, and the lunch was like lake fish. So like the fish that was in the lake, they used it in the food. And I'm not great with fish in general because I'm a bit picky, but it was really nice. I had a really nice lunch, basically. So everyone got something different as well, and the whole menu was locally caught fish, which was really nice. And we had some drinks and some lunch, and then we went on another boat ride over to the other place. We had some drinks. We explored. We walked around, and then we took the boat back to the first place. We did a last little like night walky bit around that area. Then we went to get the train home, and like 3 or 4 people, we got on the wrong train first. Then me and like 4 other people got off the wrong train. The doors shut, and I see 4 of them on the wrong train going the wrong way. And we were like, oh, this is great, now we're separated. So we waited until they got the train back, because they'd have to come back on themselves for us to then all get on the right train to go back to the apartment. We all made it, it was fine. And it was kind of funny now that I look back at it, but it was a bit panic-inducing. Knowing that, like, they just all went somewhere else. They went on their own adventure. And I didn't get to go. And I'm kind of glad I didn't get to go, to be honest, because I think I would have a panic attack and die. Lost people aside, we all managed to get back. We all managed to go to bed. And we all managed to get up the next day. So the last day, so day 2, was a bit more like city exploration. So because the guys that had flown in earlier had already done some of these locations, they took us round to do them again so that we didn't miss out. We went to see like the cathedral, and then hello, what are you doing, Mr. Hare? Hare's going rogue. Yeah, so we saw the cathedral. That was the first place we went to, and it was weird. It's like you walk in a shopping centre and then you come out and there's a cathedral. It was really strange, but it was really beautiful. The architecture is so nice. Then we went to the fort, the same fort we went to the night we landed. And I didn't know we were going there. I didn't even know it was a fort. I thought it was a park. Until they said, oh, we're going to this fort. And then we get there and I go, oh, I've seen this. I've seen him already. It was all lit up. I was showing everyone my pictures. I was like, look, it's all nice at night time, but you can't go in there at night time. We tried. And then we walked around this fort. They had some galleries. I did want to do art galleries, but they were way too expensive for something only I wanted to do. If you follow my Instagram and even if you follow my personal Instagram, which I don't list here, obviously, for personal reasons, you know that I'm an artist and I like to paint. So I'm a digital artist, might I add. I'm too chicken to use actual paint. I have my sketchy dude right here. But I didn't want to make 12 people, 11 people, 12 including me, pay for something that only I wanted to do. So I skipped out on doing the art galleries. I don't regret it because, again, I would rather them not pay for something that only I wanted to do. But if I was to go back on my own, then I would probably definitely do them. So after that, we went to... we carried on walking, so we come out of the other side of the fort, and I saw an arch that reminded me of the arch in Paris. And I was like, I'm going to walk to the arch. So I did, and we all walked down there, and we took some photos. It was a lovely day. It was nice the whole time there, blue skies the whole time, and warm too. Like the first day at Lake Como, Como, if that's even how you say it, I have no idea. When we walked round, we went to this bit that was kind of like a beach. It was a lake bank, and it was so hot there. Everyone was like taking their jumpers off. Like, damn, like now we're dying. Like we left the apartment. It was -1, and now we're here at like 13 degrees, and it feels like everyone's on fire. But even though it was -1, it didn't feel like it was -1. It didn't feel that cold really, which was interesting, because here where I live in England, when it's cold. Like, if it's -1 here, I'm wearing leggings under my trousers, I'm wearing, like, thermal layers, t-shirts, jumpers over the top, hoodies, jackets, coats, like, hats, gloves, scarves, covering everything. Like, literally, it's so cold here that the cold did not even feel cold there. It was bizarre. So after we walked to this arch, we took all our photos, and I, did a sneaky, walked all the way around. And on the other side, it was all, paint... thrown all over it, so I don't know what that was all about. I don't know what happened, but it was just it was a little sad to see. So we went for dinner-ish, it was lunch dinner kind of later on. We went to the Wild West, which American food in Italy, because why not? So we went there, and I took a couple of photos. I liked the ceiling and the fact that the chandelier was a wagon wheel. I thought that was pretty cool. And the food was great, really good. So we ate, and then it was basically the train ride back to the airport, and got the plane back. I took photos on the plane because we were flying at night, and I like to sit by the window because if I can see the horizon, I don't get sick. Yeah, so we flew at night, but I took loads of aerial photos because you could see all of the lights. Where it was so clear, you could just see everything, and it was really cool. And I was like, oh, well, this is what it feels like to be on the International Space Station. Yeah, being a huge nerd the whole time. So we flew back in the evening, and it was basically come home, go to bed, get up on Monday, and return to normality. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my little travel vlog. Let me know if you do want me to do more in the moment vlogging kind of thing. I do have the facilities to do that. I'm just not incredibly confident talking to the camera in a spur of the moment. Half of the stuff that I talk about just gets cut anyway. But yeah, let me know if you want to keep this sort of long form, me breaking it down and doing vlogs. Or doing vlogs and a similar thing. Like, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm aiming to do another trip again soon. We don't know where it's going to be yet. I will update you, I guess, because I will be obviously, if I'm flying out on a Wednesday, I'm not going to be able to post a video on a Wednesday. So I'll let you know. Keep an eye on the community tab. I'm always in there. Check out my Instagram. I'm always in there. I will keep you updated. Oh. Computer? Oh, my screen turned off for a second. That scared the hell out of me. Yeah, I'll keep you updated on what goes down, whether or not I take an impromptu trip. Let me know if you do want more short form kind of vloggy content, or if you want this kind of long lowdown kind of thing, or a mixture of the two. We can do a mixture of the two. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Whoa.
Paschetti.